Well, g'day guys, it's Dave Long here again in the factory from Dave Long Custom Lures. Yeah, so we're doing something new today again. A simple type of pattern, but it's more natural than fancy. It's a pattern called the Bony Bream. This one is a number 2. I've modified it again. So yeah, so we're going to be doing that, and we're going to be doing it on one of these. This is a glide. It's a 5-inch glide, and it's got a smooth body to it. There's not too much detail in it at all, really, and big eyes. And yeah, so we're going to be doing that on this same lure. So and I just want you to make a note of the tail, which I've actually covered here. I don't want paint on that, but that's what it looks like. It's like a nylon tail, and it looks pretty good. I like that. So yeah, this is a new lure to me, but I've got a good place to use this, and it's going to be in fresh water. So bearing that in mind, I've actually started. I'll just put that aside, and we'll do that another time. But with this one here, I've already started with a white undercoat, and also I put on a pearl white on the belly and on the sides, and I must admit I'm having a little bit of trouble with the pearl colour at the moment. For some reason it's just not going on too well. It's got something to do with the paint, but I'll work on that. But it's come up okay, and that'll do the job. It'll do the job. Once it's epoxy, it'll look pretty good. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we'll continue. I'll go through the colours I'm using. So I've mentioned the pearl white. Alright. Now I'm going to put black on the eye, and just lightly on the back, just on the top there. Then I'm going to do scales in a silver, and we'll do that down the side, not so much on the gill, but only just down the side. And then we're going to put a little bit of my favourite on. It's called Detail Sepia. Sepia is a great colour for these natural baits. I love it. And that'll just go on the back and on the head a little bit. And then we're going to go over the bait on the back with what they call a colour change. And that colour change is like a transitional paint that on different angles you'll see different colours. This one here is blue, so I'm going to be putting blue on, especially up on the shoulders and on the back for that. And then I might get to use my mottling mask, and we'll just put a little bit of scale damage on it too, with a mix I've made of 1 silver to 1 white, and that's what it looks like now. It's a colour that will just stand out a little bit, and actually the colour has been used widely, especially in World War II. It was used on the Japanese Mitsubishi Zeros on their final camouflage paint, and yeah, so just a bit of history for you. And we'll use that just sparingly around the bait, just to indicate that it's been damaged. Like most of these baits do go through a bit of a rigorous life. I'd hate to hate to be reincarnated as one. Anyway, all right, so we're going to put on a little bit of black now. I've also mixed these, pre-mixed these, just to save a bit of time. So I'll just put a bit of black in there. And we're using a 0.2 mil airbrush. We don't need a lot because we're not going to do a lot of black, just a little bit. Okay, on the eyes. I'll just adjust this before I get going because I don't want it going everywhere. That's the last thing you want. Now this is a pattern I come up years ago with. I just looked at Bony Bream in nature when we used to catch them for bait, and also I've taken off photos, and I just combined everything and just come up with new just a basic pattern for Bony Bream, and this time I've modified it to represent the Bony Bream number 2. Okay, so now we're going to put this on the eyes. I do this to enhance the eyes. When I put the eyes in, they're going to be a natural eye. I've got them here. You can probably see them, that's them there. Just a natural top of eye to make it look realistic. And we'll just go over the back. You can see that. Just slightly. Not too much. I don't want it getting too heavy. The more we go over it, the more heavier it gets. And we'll go on this side to the eye. That's it. There we go. So when I always use the black behind the eye, it just enhances that particular eye, or any eye actually, in colouring and shimmering. It's like a mirror. Okay, so that's enough of the black. That was pretty cool. I might even just do a little bit more. A little bit more on the. That's it. Just a little bit more on the shoulders there. Okay, so we'll clean that out. And a good old black paint. It needs a bit of cleaning and a bit of persuasion. I use these little things to help shift it. They're just cotton wool buds. Nothing fancy. And just make sure that it's loosened up a bit and I blast it through. Of course, clean that out. Yeah, so I'm going to use this lure in the freshwater impoundments to start off with, or the barramundi and bass, that sort of stuff. So yeah, so if I hook onto anything soon, I'll let you know. Just blast that out. It's not too bad. That's it, that's good. Okay, so now we've got the black on. We're going to do, just to heat that up, I might just dry that with the gun. That's the one. Now I'm going to use the small scale. Small scale, how can I stencil that I made. There we go. Let's see if that gets it covered. Yeah, that's good coverage, I like that. That's good, if you can see that. I'll just get that out of the way. And we'll bring that over. I don't think I've been doing this lately, so anyway. So what we're going to do now is put silver on that, and just make sure that it's down tight. I might try a bit of an angle on that, like that. Every bait's different. That's the one. And I'm not taking credit for this idea of the stencil. It's been on YouTube before, and I just liked it so much. I use it a lot. So thank you very much for the idea and passing it around. I can't remember who it was, but anyway, thank you, whoever it is. It's a great idea. So, okay, so we're going to put silver on that. And I've got that pre-mixed. I hope that's not too loose. We don't need a lot. Let's put that into the airbrush. And the Bony Bream, they've got to have scales, because they lose scales too. They get beaten up a lot in the impoundments and rivers. Okay, so let's just see if we can get this. It might be all right. We'll just try that. I'll heat that up. What I might do is put just another light application on, just to make sure. That's it, just to make sure it's stands out a bit. Okay, that's pretty good. So I'll just take that up and have a look. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, so we can see that the scales have come through, and it doesn't matter if they're a little bit blotchy. That's all right. We'll fix that up. That's looking good. It's not on so much on the gills, which is good. All right, I'll just dry that off a little bit more, just to make sure it's not going to smudge. Okay, so now we'll turn it over and we'll try the other side. Let's hope I've got enough silver now. That's all right. There we go. That's it. Oh, we've just run out. That's okay. I'll just dry that off. Actually, that might be enough. We'll just see. Ah, that's pretty good. That'll do. That should be okay. That's all right. So now we'll just take that off. There, they come through. That's good. Alright, so it's just a little bit blotchy, little bit, but not bad. So I'll just dry that off a bit. Now it's something I haven't told you guys is that I don't wear gloves. I've never had to. Some people do, but I don't seem to need them. In fact, wearing gloves makes me fumble a bit, you know. Anyway, so we got the scales on, that's good. There we go. Now I'm just going to put that back up onto the helping hands just to stretch out the lure like that. Okay, now I'll just check something before we go on. So we got the scales on, that's good, and the black is on, we don't need that anymore, that's away. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put a light application of sepia on. Sepia brings out a little bit of the realistic look of the bait. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so I like using it. It tends to do wondrous things to the scales too. Just gives them a little glint. So we don't need much on there. I'll just make sure that's cleaned out first. That's the silver. It's a bit overcast today, a bit of rain. We need the rain again. Yes, it's a bit dry out there at the moment. Alright, so we'll just put a few drops of this in. I don't put a lot in, and I don't loosen it up with the 4011. I don't do it because this bottle tends to be very good just for straight into the gun. Well, we don't need a lot anyway. Alright, so we're going over the top. Just lightly. That's it. And you can see it's just got that put it on the nose. There, that's all we need. And it just gives that look of a natural bait fish. It's great. I love it. It's a great colour. So don't forget that one in your inventory. Sepia. And I tell you what, it goes a long way. You don't use a lot to give the effect. And look at that, that's just magic. It's got that, it's got that natural look about it. I love it. And that's how they look, these Bony Bream. They're a real freshwater fodder fish. Okay, have a look at that, that's lovely. Just like it is. That's pretty good, I like that. Okay, so now we're going to put on the good old shifter, the colour change. I'll just shake this up a bit. Now this stinks a bit, this one, but it does wondrous things. Now you can see, here it is here, I'll just show you this. There it is, the changing colour. Lovely, lovely. It's just gives that natural look to fish in the water as they glint and carry on in their movements. I like it. So we'll do a little bit in. I think we can go straight in on this one. Yeah, I won't need a lot. So we'll just go over the shoulders and the back. There we go. we go, look at that. That's just awesome. Awesome. I'm just doing a little bit here and there. Nothing too much, just on the back and the shoulders. That's all it needs. There we go. That's lovely. Oh yes, very natural. Very good. I like it. Okay, so we'll just clean that out a bit. Alright, yeah, that's coming up real nice. Even on the eyes, doesn't matter on the eyes. But on the head there, oh yeah, that's good. See the colour change? That's great. I love it. Okay, so now we're just going to dry that off. Just going to dry that off a bit. Now we're going to put on some scarring here now. I like doing this. We're going to put it on the gills maybe just a little bit down the bottom here, the tail, just in areas where the fish has probably been chased by another big predator and has run into a log or something like that, you know, which does happen a lot. So we'll just put that next in. That's the way. That was the one of the silver and one of the white. Okay, and we'll get this. Yeah. Just turn that down a bit. I don't want this spurting out everywhere. That's it. That's all there. Yeah. So. There we go. We'll put it on the gill. Now I'm only going to use little on this bait. It's not a big bait, so just put on little scratches here and there, like that, and down the bottom. Always put them down the bottom, just near the belly. I always do that, so we'll just put of those around. That's it. And it sort of covers up the scales a little bit, but just like that, and one over the tail here, just on the end of the tail. There, that's all. That's all we do. Just a few of those around, and I'll do the other side. And that just sort of helps it look natural and a bit beat up on its. Oh, there we go. I lost that. There we go. There we go. It's a bit tricky, a bit stiff. This one. There we go. Yeah, that's enough. I won't push it too much. And I'll just put a little bit on the gill again. Like that. Down the belly. Like that. Over here. You might just wipe that off. It's a little bit thick. Okay. And I'll just put a little bit, I always put a little bit on the tail. Not so good. There we go, put that one on, I think. Like that, that's enough. Yeah, so it looks a little bit beat up. I'll just wash that out now. Yeah, so Bony Bream, if you don't know it overseas, is like a It's like a scad overseas. I think they call them shads too. I don't know the correct terminology or where you have these particular fish, but I think these are totally fresh water. If they get out in the salt, they'll die. Alright, that's done. Okay, so let's dry that off. Alright, so that's how it looks so far, and we'll put some eyes on it now, I think. We'll do the usual, we just put a little bit of super glue on with them. That helps it all stick together, and that should bring these to life. Put a little dab there. Yeah, I can hardly wait to use this. It's looking good. I'll have to get a coat of epoxy on it, and I'll show it to you guys first. But yeah, look at this. Oh, look at that. That eye is just the eye. That is the eye. Look at that. That is just so beautiful. Yep. And we'll just go over the side here. Yep. It's going to be great. Another little dab. Just don't need a lot of glue. Yeah, I think I like this pattern a little bit better than the Bony Bream #1. There we go. Eyes are on. Alright, so I'll just see if I can take this off to show you. I don't want to leave this on when I epoxy. It's a little bit tricky. That's it. There we go. Look at that. That's perfect. Not perfect, but it's close enough, isn't it? Alright guys, that is the Bony Bream #2, and I think that's going to be a killer for what I'm chasing. Anyway, we'll give it a go, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. It's been a rather rewarding little episode, video. If you like what I'm doing, just like and subscribe, and we'll see if we can do some more of these new ones. That's great. Alright, thanks guys. We'll catch you later.